If you haven't already subscribed, you might want to do so while I'm hot, HOT, on this journey to uncover everything I can about fearful avoidant attachment styles and the other ones as well, because it's answering a lot of questions for me personally, because I think in many instances I have a secure attachment style, but when it comes to romantic relationships, I tend to tap into disorganized attachment style. And it's always been a place of confusion for me where there was just unanswered questions. Like, why am I feeling some type of abandonment triggers when I know I'm not a borderline personality disorder? But it would just happen with relationships, and I just didn't understand. So I'm trying to tell you and teach you everything I can possibly think of. And my approach might be unconventional because I'm not using all of the perfect, proper terms and all that jazz. That's not what I do. I use my intuition to give you a picture of what I see, and it might be different from what other people tell you, but at the same time, if you get this information, it could really change your whole life, the way you look at things. It can help you to heal. So join me on this journey. Be sure to subscribe and like the video so that the algorithms work and we can help a lot more people. So I'm sure you've seen the title about commitment phobia and disorganized attachment style, or fearful avoidant attachment style. Fearful avoidance cannot stand people who seem to be commitment phobes or have commitment phobia. They can't stand that. They hate it. It's a trigger for them. It's a huge trigger. They need you to be stable because they're not feeling stable, and it can activate their own version of commitment phobia, to be honest with you. So it's probably kind of hypocritical, but they don't feel internally, at least probably women, most women. I don't know about the men, but they don't feel like they're actually commitment phobics, but they do tap into avoidant. I need to run. I need to get away from you. This is overwhelming. When you are afraid to commit, that is super scary, at least to a disorganized attachment female. That is extremely scary. They need you to be steady, stable. They need you to lead the relationship. They need you to have the map that we're both trying to follow so that it triggers them into their good side, the side that you will like, that you'll be attracted to, that you can enjoy. It gives them a sense of peace so they can be themselves. Yeah, so the number one thing you can do to terrify a disorganized attachment style, a fearful avoidant, or FA, is to be afraid of commitment, to run when you're getting close to someone and they're dating you. That FA is dating someone that at first everything's going so good, they're connecting, they're having so much fun, they're making FA feel super comfortable, consistent, steady, reliable, dependable, all that. And then the person starts to pull back. An FA becomes an expert on the pullback game. They recognize it, they know it, they pick up on the tiniest cues because there's a fear of abandonment that they have. It may not be as extreme. It's not as extreme as someone with borderline personality disorder, but it can feel really intense. And that's the best way I can describe it. Maybe there's a different way that you could say fear of abandonment because people might not quite understand what that means. It just means that this person is about to leave me. They're about to be done with me. They're about to run from me. I can feel them pulling away from me. So now I'm afraid that I'm going to lose this person. I'm going to lose their love. I'm going to lose their affection. They're not going to want to be with me. So now I don't know how to act. What did I say? What did I do? I can feel this person pulling away from me. It makes the FA, fearful avoidant, lose all their confidence. It makes them lose their confidence. And it's not fun when FA is functioning in a relationship without confidence. And what I mean by not having confidence is you don't know how you're supposed to act anymore because you feel this person pulling away when things were going absolutely great, and you don't know what you said, and you don't know what you did, and all you want is for the person to not run away from you. You would rather be the one in the control seat saying, I'm going to pull away from you. I'm going to end things. And I know that doesn't sound fair, but FA just can't handle the rejection. It feels horrible. And that is when this attachment style gets activated because it may be lying dormant. And so then their biggest fear is this person is going to see me act a fool. They're going to see me look like a fool, look like an idiot, look like a crazy person, and they don't want to do that. Or they're like, this person is going to see me so withdrawn that they're going to forget that I was ever fun, that I was ever friendly, that I was ever happy, that I was ever excited or creative or intelligent or just flowing with the conversation, being themselves. They fear that too. So either they're going to become super clingy, too needy, too, what are you doing? Can I talk to you? Can I call you? When are you going to go out with me again? Why didn't you text me? Why didn't you answer back? Where are you? Are you with somebody else? Why can't you be with me right now? Or you're going to get somebody that turns into a turtle that goes into their shell. Honestly, when I'm making these attachment style videos, I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know if I should be talking to the person who has disorganized attachment style or if I should be talking to the person who's dating disorganized attachment style. And as I've said on other videos, this is a new venture for me. I'm figuring this stuff out and I'm sharing it with you as I go along. So if I'm incorrect on something, I don't mind you letting me know in the comments because I don't know everything. I'm just figuring it out in my own way. I guess I'm explaining this so that if you're dating somebody who's an FA, then you understand what their thought process is like so that it's not such a mystery. But I'm going to address information directly to disorganized attachment style in this video. So if you feel someone pulling back from you, pulling away from you, and things have been going really well, you felt really close to this person, you felt really secure with this person, you felt like this is like an amazing connection. I can't believe I found someone like this. Number one, you have to ask yourself, why is this person pulling back? It's because they are also afraid. They are afraid and they are acting on it. This is just my guess. They're feeling overwhelmed by their feelings as well, and that's why they're feeling the need to run. Number two, you must be an amazing person. You must be a really cool individual, a really outstanding, somebody that's very lovable, somebody who's kind of firing on all cylinders. There must be something highly attractive about you for someone to be having this type of reaction towards you. Because if you weren't amazing and they just kind of felt like, I'm just playing around, then they wouldn't be having this strong of a connection. You've of a reaction. You've gotten clues from this person that they really are seriously into you. Now, a person might also pull back if they were never really interested in you in the first place. They were just kind of like, I mean, not to sound mean, but sometimes you might connect with somebody who doesn't want a serious relationship. They might just want, you know what? I mean, that happens all the time too. So you have to distinguish which category do you go in if he sees you as wifey material. And by the way, this seems to happen more with the men having these knee-jerk, strong reactions rather than women. And it doesn't mean that women don't feel afraid as well. But I think we tend to come closer or want to come closer to you when we're feeling afraid. We just don't have the I'm gonna dump you and run away from you and get away from me like you're some kind of a monster coming towards them. But men, when you think of commitment phobics, I think women can be commitment phobics also, but it usually comes off in a lot milder of a form. With men, it's like they just have this reaction. I gotta go. I gotta leave. And it could be because you're being protected, maybe by God, from connecting with the wrong person. So maybe he's igniting that feeling in that person because it's to protect you. It could be because you truly are wifey material and that scares him because he doesn't know if he can be all the things that you need him to be or want him to be. And as a society, we, honestly, we have different chemicals going on in our bodies, estrogen versus testosterone. And everyone says that we don't condition men to talk about their feelings, that that's not something that we have really conditioned them to do. Even as young boys, we tell them, stop crying, be strong. With girls, it's kind of like, oh, what's wrong? So when he's having these overpowering emotions, he doesn't know what to do with them. He's not as equipped as we are as women. Who is he going to talk to? Who is he going to share this vulnerability? It's scary. It's scary to all of us to get emotionally hurt in a relationship because we all know that type of pain. Oops, you might be saying, what is a commitment phobe? Maybe you've never heard of commitment phobia. What I mean by that is, and you probably know, but it's someone who is afraid to get into a serious relationship with you. By that, I mean, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. You are my fiance. We're getting married. And one of the things that I don't like is that I feel like women have been running from how they really feel or trying to hide it because society has made it seem like such a bad thing to want to get married, to want to be in a committed, you are my boyfriend, I am your girlfriend, I am your boo thing, we are together. That's what women want. That's what they want to hear. Anything short of that makes them feel insecure, generally. They want to know that you are serious. You only want to see them, date them. That is what makes them the happiest. They want to know that you are on the road to getting married someday, because women generally don't like to waste their time with somebody that they're not really into. Men can multiple date and have a good time with that. Women, we just feel like I don't have time for that. I'm too busy. I don't want to get it. That's so like, I got to figure out all these people. I don't have time for that. I only want to date somebody that I'm really into because what's in it for me? I mean, for men, it might be an opportunity for him to have multiple intimate partners. Women generally aren't wired that way. We just want that one person. And when we do act that way, we are stigmatized and labeled. You know, the garden tool, that's what we get called. So the rules are totally different. We generally, I'm not saying that people aren't more liberated, but still in general, some things just never really change. It's just not in our nature. So I'm saying for most women, because there are a few who don't subscribe to this, but we want to be married. We want to be connected. We want to know that we are your one and only, that you cherish us, that you adore us, that you love us, and that you're excited to be with us, that you're proud of us, and we are your one true love. That's what we want. And so, as a disorganized attachment style, if they're not getting the commitment that they want, it's a huge trigger. It is scary. It's petrifying. It takes away the ability for the woman to know how to act, what to do, what to say, how to navigate, because you are the navigation system. The man is the leader. So we don't know what to do when you start pulling away and you act like you are triggered by the slightest things. Sean Gray wrote a classic book called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and he talks about a man's intimacy cycle, that when he gets super close to you, he has a strong desire to pull back and to pull away, to grapple with his feelings, and then once he's grappled with them, he comes back. And the last thing you want to do is run after him, chase him, try to stop that intimacy cycle from happening, make him come closer to you even though he's feeling the need to pull away. His advice is let him pull away, let him get a handle on how he's feeling, and then he'll come back to you. But if you don't understand that piece, you'll be so confused, if that's even accurate. But let's say it is accurate, then it's super confusing, because in woman's world, we pull away when we can't stand you anymore, when we loathe you, we don't like you, we want to get away from you forever. There is no I'm pulling away and coming back. It's just, I don't like you. That's what it translates to. Like, you're getting on my nerves. Something about you is off-putting or horrible. For them, they are triggered by their strong reaction. They want to test to see, I don't need her. Why am I getting so close to her? I want my freedom. Let me step back a little bit. Why am I feeling this? This feels too vulnerable. I'm not a vulnerable person. I'm a man. I'm a strong man. So let me get away from her for a while and test out my freedom. And then he'll come barreling back, usually. But you also have to tell yourself, I think, because I'm trying to give a little advice in case you're going through this now, that that's his problem. Yes, it's both of your problems to a certain extent, but you can't do anything about his reaction, not really. And saying that, oh my gosh, it's something I'm doing. No, you need to keep being your beautiful, pretty self and your talented, intelligent self. Try not to change just because of how he's acting. You keep being you. Now, that doesn't mean that you're all over him and that you don't give him a little space. But in the meantime, I'm going to be around people that I can be myself with. So if I can't be myself with you right now, then go ahead and skedaddle, because you shouldn't have to shift how you are or who you are unless you are just being a stage 5 clinger where it's like, oh my gosh, I can't think without you. So not like that. But if you've just been going at a normal pace, I would say just be careful not to take it personally. That's something that he has to work out. I'm going to let you figure that out. And then in the meantime, I'm going to keep trying my best to work through my own junk. You can pull back a little bit too, just to give him some space to mirror back also how he is reacting, and sit back and enjoy the show a little bit. Observe the behavior. See what you can learn from it. But I think as women, we tend to change everything about ourselves. As soon as someone is freaking us out, especially if you're a disorganized attachment style, you might think, oh my gosh, let me change my hair. Let me change the way I'm dressing. Maybe I shouldn't act like that. Maybe I should be funnier, friendlier. Your anxious side is going to make you want to come closer to him, to sit next to him, to get closer, and that's just going to freak him out. You may even see him having physical reactions. Those things are giving you a clue that something is up. So pay attention to those clues. And like I said, you don't want to get in the habit of completely altering who you are because somebody else is having a reaction about their own feelings. Because when he comes back, he's going to be looking, when I say come back, let's just say he's pulling away, needs some space, he's freaking out. And let's say he's going through an intimacy cycle. And when he comes back, he's expecting to find the same person there, not someone who has become someone totally different because you think you did something wrong. A lot of times you have done nothing wrong. Did you have a fight? Did you have an argument? Did he start a fight or an argument? To try to create a reason to distance himself. So you be cool, really be cool. You are not responsible for his behavior. He has to be responsible for his behavior. And if he can't get it together, then the timing is just wrong and there's somebody else who you're supposed to be with. Disorganized attachment style already has their vices. They've got the avoidant side and they've got the anxious side. So you really need to use this time to work through these feelings, these issues, how it is making you feel, how to gain control over yourself when you feel like freaking out and acting crazy and running away. This could be a great opportunity for you to work through your own stuff and ask yourself questions and try to figure out a balance even when this other person is acting crazy, not crazy, but they're acting out of character. Can you balance yourself in spite of this? Because you feel a lot of push and pull. You put people through a lot of push and pull. And how do they react to you? They kind of hang in there. They're kind of steady, stable. They let you feel what you feel. So you practice letting this person feel how they feel instead of just trying to control it, and practice working through your own feelings, whatever that may entail. Here's the other side of the coin. You have to remember that you are fearful avoidant, and so you are hyper sensitive to rejection. So you probably are counting every little teeny tiny feeling of rejection. So you probably need to check with somebody who is securely attached and ask them, hey, am I making some of this stuff up? Am I on to something, or am I jumping to conclusions? You have to be careful because you are hypersensitive to any feeling of rejection or somebody pulling away from you when they actually might just be being human on some things. So be careful with that. Just in case you are absolutely 100% clear that this is true, that you are navigating a relationship where one partner is showing signs of being a commitment phobe or is pulling away, it can be challenging. So here are some pieces of advice that could help you. Number one, communicate openly. Have an honest conversation about your feelings and observations. Share your concerns without being accusatory. Use I statements to express how his or her behavior affects you. Two, set boundaries. Reflect on what you need in the relationship and establish healthy boundaries. This will help you maintain your self-respect and emotional well-being. 3, give some space. Sometimes giving your partner a little space can help them process their feelings without feeling pressured. However, ensure that this doesn't mean sacrificing your own needs. 4, focus on yourself. Engage in activities that make you happy and fulfilled. This can help reduce anxiety about the relationship and improve your self esteem. 5, seek support. Talk to friends or a therapist about your feelings. They can provide perspective and help you navigate your emotions. 6, observe patterns. Pay attention to his or her behavior over time. Is this a consistent pattern or are there specific triggers? Understanding the dynamics can help you decide how to move forward. 7, be prepared for any outcome. Consider what you want in a relationship. If his behavior continues and doesn't align with your needs, it might be worth evaluating whether this relationship is right for you. So, trusting your reactions can be difficult, especially in emotional situations. Taking the time to reflect on your feelings and needs can help you gain clarity in your decision making. So, if you're struggling with a difficult person, check out my book, The Workplace Narcissist, all about narky people that you could be in a relationship with. And if you need to get your love life on track, I've got lots of tips for you and flip the script on love. And I wrote a book outlining all 16 Myers-Briggs types. I'm an ENFJ. And to figure yours out, you might want to buy my book from ENFJ with Love, and they're by Tamara Zyon on Amazon. Link in the description below. Thank you for going on this journey with me. I just love your support so much. And be sure to subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.